All right, we're watching Marissa. We're going to watch her breaststroke here. Marissa, as we take some time to watch your breaststroke, take some time to also check out the notes we put in the video or in the emails as well. Different things that we see that you're doing well, different things that we see that you can continue to work a little bit more on to get a little bit stronger at. We've been really thrilled with all of your progress this year. We've been really thrilled with all the little things you do really good, and so you always work hard. So if we can get some of these other things just a little bit better, I think we're going to see a lot more progress, and we are excited about your future. So let's go ahead and start this over. And we can kind of take it step by step. All right, so the first thing that we see real quick that we like is as your hands are going forward, we love that your eyes are looking straight down. You always want to work on keeping a good body position in breaststroke, and it starts with the head position. If your head position is down, it really does help to bring those hips up a little bit higher and keep your hands moving forward. Now, the one thing that we do notice is here's the surface of the water right here, and here's where your hands are. So your hands are a little low. We want to make sure that when we bring those hands in together underneath our chin, that we're really hitting real close to the top of the water and just making sure we're really pushing forward as best we can. The other thing you can see as your hands are going forward, you don't really let your legs finish. You can see those hands are already starting the next stroke. Good job at turning those palms out. We love that. But as you can see back here, here's one leg here, and here's your other foot here. Your feet aren't yet together. You want to make sure to finish your kick before you start the next pull, which this entails just a little bit of a glide, but you want to make sure you're pushing forward a little bit better. Okay, so let's make sure that these hands are staying a little bit closer to a streamline, not quite as wide as we see there. Again, great head position. There your feet just came together, and now you can see that your hands are starting to pull. So you start your pull a little bit, and then you paused, and then you start that pull once your feet came together. Get those hands closer together. Kind of think of it almost as a streamline. The more streamlined your body is in the water, the better if you're going to be. The one thing we do like right here is we like that your body line is nice and straight. You can see that your feet are almost even with your hips, which is almost even with that head. That's excellent, but it's a little deep. Okay, you can see how low you are underwater, and that's why we want to make sure those hands are moving forward and not down. As we start this pull here, we can see that head's taking a little bit long time to get up to breathe. But one of the things we really like is we love these high elbows right here. Your hands are pressing back as you're getting ready to scoop in. But those elbows being high like that is excellent. As you get into your pull, you can see that your hands are still a little low. Just get them up a little bit higher, okay? The other thing we want you to work on, you can see here that your knees are starting to already turn out, and your feet, you still have your toes pointed back towards the end. You still have your toes pointed back towards the end. Make sure you keep your knees in a little bit better. Point those toes out to get a much better whip kick going. There they start to go out, which is good. But those legs are a little more wide than we want to see. So keep those knees in a little bit better so you can work on those feet going outside those legs and make that kick a little bit stronger. You still see that your hands aren't quite together. Let's get those hands not necessarily streamlined, but literally you want them overlapping just a shade. Again, excellent job on that pull. Good high elbows. Right here is exactly where you want to be. If you can keep those hands up high like that, you're right there. That's exactly what we want to see from you. Okay? Just don't let them go, and you can see what they're doing. They're going straight down. And so by going down, your hips are going this way, but your legs are still going this way, right? So get those hips up, or keep those hips up, keep those hands higher so that whip kick starts really pushing you forward. Love how quickly you move your hands, but really try to keep those hands a little bit closer together. Then as we go here, again, good head position. We really like that. And again, good body line, right? You can see how wide those hands are. We do want to keep those hands a little bit closer together. But we want you to kind of look at your legs. Your legs are moving a little more than they should. You're in almost independently of each other, which with as little as you're doing isn't too big of a deal, but you do want to make sure those legs stay together. You can see here, this leg is higher. Your left leg is higher than your right leg. Make sure those legs are coming around together. Good job of bringing your heels into your hips. That's excellent. But don't bring your knees forward like that. If we keep our knees a little bit more tight together, you're not going to bring your knees in past your hips, which will be much better for you. You can see how your legs are just kind of pushing backwards. So if those knees are more here, your feet are going to be here, they're going to push that way. All right, so let's just work on those knees, staying a little bit closer together. All right, as we go into the wall here, you can see where you're looking at that wall. You want to make sure your eyes are looking straight down every single time you do a turn. You want to make sure you're nice and long in the wall. You want to make sure those hands are close together. You can see your right hand is here, and your left hand, you can't see it, but it's way out past your shoulders. So make sure those hands stay a little bit closer together as we get in that wall. You took an extra stroke, and you can see your hands are touching, and look where your legs are, right? You want those feet together, so you took one extra stroke that you didn't need. Keep those feet together. Love how quickly you're bringing your hand here. Love how quickly that hand has come off the wall. And we love that you are crossing your feet over as you turn your legs in the wall. But remember, we want you to drive your knees in the wall. Don't let it go sideways quite as much as we are here. And again, you kind of see that you're pushing straight down. Your feet should be this direction here. This is where your toes are. And then your knees should be more in this direction here as you hit that wall. So as you push, you're turning toward your stomach. You don't want to be on your stomach before you push off the wall. It's kind of an extra motion you don't want to do. As we come off that wall, we can see that we don't really have much of a streamline. You got your hands one on top of the other, but those elbows are bent and your head's above those arms. So make sure that you squeeze your elbows tight right behind your ears, and that will be a perfect streamline. If you can get to that, we're going to be thrilled because you got your hand placement correct. All right, so right away you can see what's the first thing you do after that streamline. So you pushed off the wall. Now I want a little bit more. Pushed up the wall right here. Your hands are at least in a streamlined position. You're not streamlined, but your hands are in a streamlined position. And immediately you separate. Okay, we don't want to separate those hands. You can see they're kind of going up and down as you go with that dolphin kick. Keep those hands streamlined and just kick from your legs. And then after you do that kick, hold it for about 2 seconds. So streamline for about 3 seconds. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Dolphin kick. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000. Then do a pull. Hold that for 2 seconds. You can see that your eyes are looking a little bit forward. Make sure they're looking a little bit more down. What we really like is we love your hands as you come up for that underwater kick. Okay, so after you do the pull, you do a great job of just sliding your hands right up from your belly button all the way forward. That's excellent. All right, now, right here is actually a second pull, and that's illegal. Now, you're only going to get disqualified maybe 20% of the time because usually the officials aren't looking for it. But that 20%, we don't want to be at something like champs, right? So work on that. If you don't go quite so deep on the underwater, on that push off, you're going to be able to get to that first stroke a little bit better, okay? So don't go quite as deep as you did. Like I say, your underwater kick was excellent. Once you get in the swim, you're good, but we got to make sure we're not quite so deep, okay? Nice job, Marissa.